Okay, we looked at and, or, negations last time, just the basics. This one goes into a little bit more. Of course, the or statement that we looked at last time, the disjunction, either P or Q or both. So let's fill in our truth table. If they're both true, we were good. True or false is true. False or true is true. False or false is false. So this disjunction is true when either are true or both. Now there's something called an exclusive disjunction. This means P or Q, but not both. So what's going to change? It's going to change on that first one. So let me, what I'm going to do is just fill in the first part. Since it says not both, that changes this. If both of them are true, we get a false. But if only one of them is true, we get a true. So an exclusive disjunction is true when only one is true. All right. Let's do a truth table that combines a lot of this. So we're going to fill in an exclusive disjunction here. P or Q, but not both. So not both. True or false, that's fine. That one's fine. Both of them false is bad. Now, what if we took Q and this exclusive disjunction? Well, that means, remember, and means both of them have to be true. So true and false, it's a false. False and true, it's a false. True and true, it's a true. False and false is false. Now, what if we took that exclusive disjunction or the traditional disjunction P? So remember, this or says either one or both. So you're looking for any true and you're good. So I'm looking at this row and that row. So we got true or false. That one's good. True or true. Now since it's not the exclusive, we're okay. False or true. And then the last one is false or false. And we get a false. These are going to take some practice. Now, the next thing I'm going to look at is what are called implications. This is an if-then statement. In symbols, we use this little arrow. On this first part, we're just going to translate each of these into a written if-then statement. All healthy dogs have 4 legs. Well, let's just talk it through. If a dog is healthy, then it has 4 legs. All triangles are polygons. If it is a triangle, then it is a polygon. Brushing with Smiles toothpaste gives you fewer calories. If you brush with Smiles toothpaste, then you have fewer calories. If you brush with Smiles toothpaste, you have fewer calories. To qualify for the loan, you must have an income of at least $40,000. So if you want to qualify for the loan, then you must have an income of at least $40,000. Or could you say, if you have an income of at least $40,000, then you qualify for the loan? I think that makes a lot more sense. We're going to actually try this one together. We have P as Matthew arrives home before 6. Q, Matthew cooks dinner. R, Jill washes the dishes. So we want to express the following statement in logical form. In other words, we're going to write it in symbols. If Matthew arrives home before 6, then he will cook dinner. So P is hypothesis. Q is the conclusion. All right? What about this one? Write the following logic statement in words. So if we notice that the not Q is on the if side. So if Matthew does not cook dinner, then, what's our then? Not are. Jill does not wash dishes. Wash the dishes. And you notice I actually write everything out. On the exams, on the papers, I would make sure you write full sentences there. All right. Let's look at it in a truth table now. How would it look in a truth table? So here we've got P, I do well on my test, Q, I get a sticker. P implies Q. Or we could say if P, if I do well on my test, then Q, which is I get a sticker. So let's construct a truth table. I do well on my test, and that would be a true. I get a sticker. So, if I do well on my test, then I get a sticker. I did well on my test, I got a sticker. Everything's good. What if I do well on my test, but I don't get a sticker? Somebody lied, right? So that's a false. Ooh. What about I don't do well on my test, but the teacher gives me a sticker anyway? That's awfully nice of her. So I still came out good, right? What about if I don't do well on my test and I don't get a sticker? Well, she never said she'd give me one, so nothing's gone wrong there. It's kind of like a promise. If the promise is broken, true then false, that is the only time the implication is false. Otherwise, it's always true. Now, I want you to go through the IB practice problems on your own.